Good morning, TK Kinder Scholars. It's me, Mrs. Harp again, and yes, I am back to read Carnival of the Animals. Before I tell you what animal we're going to read about, I'm actually going to read you a little section of the book that talks about the instruments. This is the xylophone, glockenspiel, and piano. Saint-Saëns was a pianist, and it's not surprising that he gave the pianos a very busy part in the carnival. The piano, glockenspiel, and xylophone are all members of the important percussion family. Instruments in this family are tapped or struck to make their sound. Inside the piano, tiny wooden hammers strike the strings when a key is pressed. The wooden notes of the xylophone and the metal notes of the smaller glockenspiel are played with long beaters. These are the beaters they're talking about. They're also called mallets. So mallets are what they use to play on the bells, unlike piano, which uses fingers. When you're playing the bells, just like our handbells actually, as you know, if you touch the metal, it doesn't make the same beautiful ringing sound. So when you're looking at the xylophone or the glockenspiel here, you can see that these are bells that are on tables. And so just like our handbells, when you play the metal part, you don't want to touch it, which is why they have to use the mallets in their hands. So the mallets are, they could be a bunch of different materials, but usually they're hard rubber, and you just hit the bell, and just like on the inside of your handbell where it has that little piece dangling down that hits the bell, this does the same thing. They hit the bell and it makes a beautiful ringing sound. So the reason I wanted to read that section to you is because we are going to be reading about the aquarium. And in the aquarium, the piano and the glockenspiel have a really important part because they're the shimmering section of the water. So I'm just going to read this little part right here that discusses the glockenspiel. The glockenspiel is like a small xylophone, but it is made of metal. Its tinkling sound is the sunlight on the water in the aquarium. You can see here's the water, here's the sun, here's the fish. So when you get into second and third grade, you're actually going to play a glockenspiel set. So you'll get to see what that feels like. So I wanted to show you that just so you could keep that in mind, that the piano and the glockenspiel are going to be the basically the shimmering section on top of the water. If you've been around water, you know that it gets really shimmery, especially when the sunlight's touching it. Okay, in the aquarium music, pretty much all the instruments in this small orchestra are playing. So you're going to hear not two pianos, instead you'll just hear one piano. You're going to hear the whole string section. We get all our strings. And then you're going to hear the clarinet. And there's not really a piccolo part in this one, so no small flute, but there is a very big flute solo in this music. So you're going to hear a person playing the flute, and the flute, like I said, has a solo. And a solo is when somebody is playing a part that is played over the other instruments, but we're basically mostly listening to that one part. So a flute's going to be that one part that we're really focusing and listening to. Okay, so now that I've explained the instruments that are going to be in an aquarium, let's go ahead and talk about aquarium. But first, let's look at the animals. All right, wow. There are so many fish in this aquarium, and you can see there's other plant-like animals that live in the water with the fish. We have a sea star. Now, this looks like a puffer fish. All right, we got lots of different kinds of fish in this water, and you can see how the water's really swirling around. Aquarium. In the aquarium, the rainbow colors of the fish sparkle in the sun. There are tiny fish with shiny scales and giant fish with funny scales. The flute and all the string instruments play a high, soft tune for the fish as they glide through the water. The pianos are the gentle waves rippling across the water. At times, the fish stay so still that all you can hear are the waves tripping over each other. Listen carefully toward the end of the music. Can you hear the tinkling sound of the glockenspiel? It is the sunlight glittering on the waves high above the fish. And look, under the water you can see a glockenspiel set over here by the octopus. And a piano. No, no, no. Do those things live in the water? I don't think so. But it would be fun to try to play them underwater. You'd probably get a different sound, huh? Okay, so I really hope you enjoy listening to Aquarium. Until next time, bye!